Tonight, a big day for a couple of young heroes right here in Columbus. Columbus police honoring the pair for stepping up to help a neighbor in need. Bree Buckley has the full story tonight. What do you say, Bree?
Ron, you've heard police say it time and time again. If you see something, say something. Well, two teenage boys took that to heart and are now being called heroes for helping stop a burglar in his tracks, saving an 8-year-old man from becoming a victim.
I saved somebody. That's all I can say. And I'm super happy.
It started as a normal day for Aaromn Hunt and Desmar Woods. The 15-year-old boys were riding their bikes when they noticed a suspicious man jumping fences in the 200 block of Kellner Road.
Yeah, I finally stopped at an old lady's house. And, I just thought of my grandma.
That thought pushed the boys to jump into action. They confronted the burglar.
He's put out a knife, well, like a sword, whatever thing he had. He's trying to hit us with it, and when I barricaded, flipped over my bike for him not to hit me.
And kept him there until police arrived with the help of a neighbor who overheard the commotion.
Their actions prevented the elderly homeowner from being more of a victim than he was that day.
Thanks to their quick thinking, police were able to charge Daniel Kessinger with attempted burglary.
To recognize your efforts and how you stepped up and prevented the crime from occurring.
So to say thanks, detectives teamed up with a local nonprofit called the Starfish Assignment to give the boys a SWAT truck surprise.
I get this one.
A brand new bike for each of them.
I'm finna go ride this right now.
They could have just kept on going about their business and going to their original destination, but they took the time, they saw something that seemed to be out of place, and they did something.
According to court documents, the suspect has pled not guilty to 2 counts of attempted burglary. On your side of the newsroom, Bree Buckley, Fox 28 News.
Well, the school district told us that it was an incident off campus the night before that led to that huge brawl here at Westland High School the next morning. Don't know what the exact details of that incident were, but it should not surprise anyone that child psychologists say that tensions among children are up, and that is due to COVID.
Yes.
That's how James Johnson says that his 15-year-old describes the situation inside Westland High School. That's after a huge brawl last week. Up to 100 may have been involved in the fight. One teen was pepper sprayed. Dozens of sheriff's deputies were called to break it up, and charges are still pending while the sheriff's office investigates. It's not the only school fight we're hearing of. Our affiliate had cell phone video of a fight in the Syracuse, New York area. One child psychologist says these are all part of the after effects of last year's COVID-spoiled school year.
There's still a lot of stressors related to COVID. The kids are returning to environments that are different than what they last encountered.
Keeping kids out of school last year may have kept them physically healthy, but it took a toll on their mental health. And now getting kids back together is stressful.
Kids were not used to being in these large groups for 18 months, and so there's some sensory overload.
James Johnson says he's hopeful that his sophomore will be okay this school year.
They are tense, but my son is pretty strong. He can about handle anything, but situations like that, you don't know what's going to happen, what's going to break out.
And child psychologists say that young people especially, are still learning those socialization skills, and keeping young people out of classes last year kind of stopped that learning in its tracks. Live on your side, on the west side, I'm Tom Bosco, ABC 6 News.
Caden Cox isn't your typical college athlete, and this isn't your typical extra point.
Caden got the opportunity to go in the game and kick, and it was what he does every day in practice. He comes out every day, works hard, makes his kicks.
And that's exactly what Caden did. The extra point is not only adding to Hocking College's score, it also marked Caden becoming the first player born with Down syndrome to score in an NCAA or NJCAA game. Coach Egger runs a tight group at Hocking College with the Hawks like a family, and the tie between family and a team is something that Caden is very familiar with.
My father played at Tennessee, so we have a lot of the family was in a team.
Caden's brother played at Hocking as well, and his father even a part of the staff. But Caden scored in more than one way this season. He's capitalized on the latest NIL bill and teamed up with Rocky Brands.
Just being stationed here in Nelsonville, and then for them to be able to come over to Hocking College and break Caden aboard is a very big thing.
As exciting as that moment was for Caden, he remains a team-first player.
We had to stay focused on the game. No more attitudes because we need to step up next level and play some games.
On your side, I'm Miles Harris, WSYX News.
Hi, Miles joining us live now on the east side. Glad you could show us Caden's story there. Nice to see that, Miles. And you've got even more football on your plate tonight.
That's right. Time now for Friday night rivals. St. Francis de Sales and Bishop Hartley. Miles, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, so this game's actually going to be pretty near and dear to my heart, being a DeSales alumni. So this one's going to be tough, but trying to keep myself unbiased here and somebody that's going to help me make that call tonight and be a little bit more even tonight. You're not going to? Randy Ryan. Hi, Randy. Randy, you joined me as part of the show for Friday Night Rivals, and the first thing that comes to mind when I think about this game is history.
Oh, yeah. A lot of great history, a lot of state championships, and two powers right now in Division III. The records are a little bit misleading. They have to play statewide schedules, and when you do that, you're going to fall occasionally against the likes of, say, an Ursuline and a Benedictine as well, too.
Now, you talked to Coach Wiggins from DeSales earlier this week, and he's been kind of talking about trying to fill that hole with one key player that they haven't been able to have because of injury with Jonathan Thompson.
Yeah, he is out. He'll probably be back in a couple of weeks, so they've gone with Gabe Caruso to help fill that void. I think Whit Hobgood is underrated, too, as a quarterback. He has the ability to run the football, so if they need to do that, he can be in the mix. But watch Hartley. They are dangerous. I know you don't want to, but they've got like Niall Johnson, who's a great running back, Peyton Underwood, who's a good quarterback, and so many good players. I look for a great game tonight in week number 6.
Awesome. Randy, looking forward to making the call up with you later on today.
I'm trying
to be unbiased here, but guys, if you want to go ahead and see the rest of this game, you can do that by tuning into our sister station, the CW Columbus, at 7 o'clock and checking out Friday Night Rivals alongside with Randy and myself. But live on the east side, I'm Miles Harris for WSYX News.
All right, the proud alum, thank you, Miles. Friday Night Rivals, St. Francis de Sales taking on Bishop Hartley. Kickoff 7 o'clock on the CW Columbus. Watch it live right there.